On this Earth Day, what do killer whales and celebrities have to do with each other? Some celebrities will share that with you coming up next.
Celebrity rock and roll stars are lining up tonight for an Earth Day celebration in Seattle to benefit killer whale conservation. KOMO 4's Jeff Burnside says the Orca Freedom Concert includes Ann and Nancy Wilson, Graham Nash, Joan Jett, and more.
You can't miss them, you know. They're part of our home. They're part of our landscape.
They're the jewel of the Pacific Northwest. I mean,
they're our
they really
neighbors.
are. They're our family, too.
Ann and Nancy Wilson of Heart grew up loving Orca, so they brought in Country Joe McDonald, Ariel, and Graham Nash.
We've been using our music to help change the world since day one.
Wild orca in the Northwest are holding steady thanks to scientists and policymakers and the orca's special place in the hearts of people.
Probably led to what I think is a psychosis.
So when the recent documentary Blackfish described horrific treatment of captive orca, it forced into the forefront the idea of returning some orca to the wild.
And when I watched Blackfish, it just was like being hit by a truck, you know.
Captive killer whales like Lolita, who came from Puget Sound, must now have the same protections as their endangered species in the wild. So these celebrity rockers will raise money to figure out how that might happen. To help the Center for Whale Research in Friday Harbor, the Orca Lab in British Columbia, and the International Marine Mammal Project. With rising public awareness and illegal maneuvering, and now the power of celebrity, it's clear the coming year will create new and unparalleled levels of momentum for the concept of taking captive orca and returning them to their native waters, including perhaps Lolita. In Seattle, Jeff Burnside, KOMO 4 News.
Jeff, thank you. Let's take you back now to Payne Field in Everett, where the doors to Marine One have opened and the president is about to step off the helicopter and move over to Air Force One. Ann and Nancy Wilson of Heart are organizing an Earth Day concert this evening in Seattle to benefit killer whale conservation. The Seattle natives are joined by Graham Nash, Joan Jett, Country Joe McDonald, Ariel, and others to raise money advocating against captive orca. The Wilson sisters say they saw the documentary Blackfish and now want to help return certain orca to the wild whenever possible.
But an orca, you know, separated from his or her family, feeling psychotic, really sad, has to get out there and do these tricks for humans, or else they starve. They're punished.
Puget Sound's orca population is holding on, but toxic pollutants and dwindling habitat continue to threaten them. The concert begins at 6:30 at the Experience Music Project under the Space Needle.